week's episode of The Voice Party is brought to you by Big Boy Raps. Get your car wrapped by some of the most experienced and skilled in the Bay. Big Boy Raps, where the big boys play.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Voice Party Podcast. It's me, JD, here, your host. I'm here with co-host Joaquin. What's up, Joaquin? How you doing?
I'm great,
AKA
man.
Black Joaquin now.
Black Joaquin.
Black Joaquin.
Oh no! I do not want that to be my
every comment we've had on since Brian calls him Black Joaquin.
Not everyone.
What's up, Black Joaquin?
It was only one. I'd like to keep it at one.
We got Corday here. Just did a 5-hour drive. What's up? What's Corday?
Hey, I'm tired, man. Straight from Santa Barbara, man. I'm tired as hell, but yeah, I'm here.
Fuck. And then we got Phil on the ones and twos. What's up, Phil?
How's it going? Yeah, I was gonna say Corday looks. He's so tired. He looks like Will Smith when Jada was telling the story about cheating on him.
That's funny. And we got a returning guest, man. One of the funniest dudes in the Bay. Introduce yourself, sir.
Hey, my name is Arturo Raygoza Jr. It feels like I haven't even left, man. I feel like we back here again, picking up where we left off.
Last time you were here, and I was sitting there.
Hey, man, I like it, dog.
So
I like
you're the host today. So
I got questions. First of all,
hey, you look fucking younger. What's going
shaved,
on?
Bro. Okay, I'm gonna go to Boston and do some shows, and then one of those shows I gotta do is a corporate show. So that's corporate. You see me shave? Someone paid me to do it. I'm letting you know that now. So I don't shave enough.
You look like you're about to star in your own Nickelodeon show.
Dude, I'm auditioning for Steve from Blue's Clues, bro. But yeah, well, I gotta forget me for a second. Black Joaquin. When did this happen with the Black Joaquin?
It didn't really. It was just one comedian
Brian
jokingly.
Hicks.
Brian Hicks.
Yeah.
Was like, we got black because Joaquin is a Spanish name and I'm a black guy, so that's the joke. And then it got brought up again a few episodes later. Now it's brought up now.
Okay, I can't wait to you.
We threw him off because he shows up. He's like, all right. He's like, I'm fucking high. There's a black guy named Joaquin, and this dude was wearing a do-rag. So he's like, what the fuck are you doing to me, JD?
Oh, I love it.
It was similar. We had another gentleman on who was like, Joaquin with the good credit was my nickname.
I like that, brother. I can't wait till you reach the point where you are the blackest Joaquin. That's what I'm waiting for, like a Pokemon, like a Charizard level of Joaquin. I
know some Mexicans.
Holographic fucking card of blackest Joaquin.
I'm gonna say it's gonna be hard for me to leave the blackest Joaquin sitting next to me. Like, I'm pretty dark now. It's fucking the second blackest Joaquin.
Hey, but
If I gain any more weight, it'll be Blastoise Joaquin.
Hey.
I don't want it to catch on though, because like we just like they think just because you're black we call you Black Joaquin, you know?
Right? You know,
Black Corday, brown.
Nah.
But he's just Phil. I don't want to catch that heat,
That's funny. I don't think nobody would call me Black Corday because they already just see my skin tone. Like, they don't have to add that to it.
Unless there's a white Corday, and then you got to.
There's no white Corday. There's a different Corday who had YBN Corday who dropped that YBN and that was Corday. So
he's pretty dope. I like him. Ouch. Okay.
Back to how you been, bro? Since you last, got a lot going on.
Good.
Man.
Well, things are opening up, so things are easier to set up nowadays. So that's been helping us out. And dude, man, this is incidentally. I don't want to act like I did this on purpose. I'm full-time comedy right now, bro.
Brag, dog.
But that, out of sink or swim though, baby. Yeah. Like the COVID dried up my job, and then I was like, I had to figure it out. So yeah, brother, I'm literally paying the bills doing comedy. So bro, I'm doing everything I can right now to make it go. Yeah, that's on accident though. I keep that going.
That's a beautiful accident.
Yeah, and if anybody got any leads on a good job, I'll still take it though. You feel me? As long as it's remote and I can keep doing my thing.
Hell yeah, I heard that.
Look at that shaved face.
Living the dream.
Hell
look at that Ash Ketchum live action interview.
I look like I'm about to fucking throw a fucking Black Joaquin out. Black Joaquin, I choose you.
Black. Joaquin, black. Joaquin.
Damn, I didn't know you were a full-time comic. Man, that's a blessing, bro.
Yeah. Bro, yeah, man, out of necessity.
How miserable are you?
I'm swimming. Bro, it's, you know what's crazy? Sometimes I'm like, it is kind of like, damn, I'm doing a lot, but dude, I used to spend 40 hours a week doing things I didn't want to do, so am I going to complain or am I going to try to make this thing work? And eventually I might have to go back to work, but it's been kind of cool just, keeping that going. It's been that and the boys, and that's it, bro.
Bro, the last time you were here, you talked about you had to ask yourself, do I really enjoy doing this?
Yeah. Looks like the answer is yes.
Looks like the answer is yes.
I mean, I love it, brother. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah. This is what I enjoy doing. I mean, so like, if that's why I tell people is that some people do this just for some other kind of thing, like a fame thing. I think I told you guys about this. Yeah. I'm gonna do this. If someone had a crystal ball that said, "Hey, you're not gonna make a lot of money doing this ever," I'm gonna be like, "Bow." No, I'm kidding. Kurt Cobain. Bow. No, I'm gonna do it, dog. I would sincerely be like, "Cool. Where's the next spot I'm performing?" Because I don't do this for that. I just hope I get more out of it. But dude, I love doing this, brother, man. I used to be the dude that wanted to do it. I told you that. But yeah. I enjoy it.
That's beautiful, man. Because like that's what I like when we have you back. You listen to the full episode. You're talking about like you work full time, you do this, as much as you can because you really enjoy doing this, and now that's all you're doing.
Yeah, man.
And then you can see it, man. Like you shave, but you're fucking glowing, dog.
Yeah, that's being able to get a little bit of sleep. Yeah. I'm glowing a little bit, but man.
Yeah, man. If you can't catch all 150 Pokemon, like just keep going, man. Just keep doing it, dude. If you can, you want to be the very best that ever was, but you might fall short because Gary gonna keep like interrupting and shit like that.
He's a hater.
You gonna wake up late, and then like all the starter Pokemon are gone. Then a random Pikachu you choose and shit like that. But you might be fucking misty. You might have some ups and downs. Yeah.
Corday is spot on. The most relatable part about that show is that Ash was late as fuck.
Late as fuck.
And Corday's black. We were like, hey, bro, I fuck with this dude. He's late to the biggest moment of his life.
Exactly.
That's gang. We're doing it right now.
Speaking of late, last time you were here at 11:45. Today you were like 12:15.
Dude, man, I'm shitty.
So
I was early last time. I was though.
That's why I know you were working back then.
Dude, man, yeah. Bro, man.
That's. I'm happy to hear that, bro. Because I see. Like we had a guest on, one of my cousins.
Yeah.
She was working a full-time job, and then she stopped doing that out of necessity. She started selling food. Now she has a really successful restaurant, and she's like completely changed.
Yeah.
She lost weight. She looks healthier, younger.
Yeah.
And I see that in people that let go of the fucking shit they don't.
It weighs on you.
Yeah.
It weighs on you, and sometimes you got to do it. And I might have to go back to keep it going, but like it's one of those things, bro. Like it weighs on you, bro.
But you got a taste of the shit now where you're like,
dude. Oh yeah, because dude, like I'm telling you, all it is like I hang out with my sons. I'll get up and golf in the morning sometimes, and then or I'll just be preparing or try to prepare promotions for shows, and like there's just so much with all that, and then that's it. But I mean, it's tight to be able to just do that, even if this is like a taste of how I would like to live my life. Is what I've been telling people lately. Yeah. I'm like, this is exactly, if I had a choice and money wasn't a thing, I'd be like, this is how I would live it. So it's a very small, like Costco size sample of what the life I want to have is, if that makes any sense. Yeah,
all the sense in the world.
Yeah.
If the economy collapses really like more than it does, that may be a possibility, bro.
Oh man, I'm telling you, I feel guilty, bro. The pandemic was nice to me, bro. I feel bad. Like I know a lot of people had a hard time, so I'm not glazing over that at all.
Yeah.
But bro, my schedule was crazy, bro. Like I used to wake up. I'll give you a rundown. I used to wake up at 5 a.m. to get my kids to school, and then I'd do my work, and then immediately when I got off at like 3 or whatever it was, I was either going to them to get them and then try to get them ready, and that's Bay Area traffic. You got to add that in there, and then I like try to get them ready for like dinner and all that kind of stuff, or I'd be going to a show to do a thing, and I did not stop for years. So when the pandemic hit and people were like, "Hey, you got to stay home," I was like, "Oh, that's what this shit feel like," because I don't even remember what my fucking room looked like because I was running around everywhere. You know what I mean? But yeah, dude, it felt good to actually get sleep and be able to just honestly see my kids and hang out. Everybody was like, when the pandemic hit, people were like, yo, you got to keep hustling. You got to keep doing whatever. And when it first hit, I was like, you know what, bro? I already was doing that. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to take my 15. Yeah. I was like, let me take a break, man.
How like before the pandemic, how many shows were you producing? Just one, right?
Before? No, it was like it was like 2 or 3, and it would change because some of them pop in and out. So it just depends on the situation.
What are you at now? Like fucking.
We're going to be at 12 to 13. So I got a few I'm picking up, and then 2 in LA. Yeah, God, but monthly. So like it's like there's 3 of them at Retro Junkie, so I could count, but they're monthly, and then we're gonna be picking it up. But also like I'm actually building a streetlight team to have people. I'm gonna have shows like 4 shows on a Friday, and I'm at 1 or 2 of them, and that's it.
Nice.
Like I want to get to a point where I can start doing that, because not only is it a thing that I enjoy to do, but it also I could give the homies opportunities to grow and work on stuff. So I'm
franchise,
baby, that way. Yeah, man. Yeah, we like McDonald's, baby.
Oh,
dude, I thought you were gonna give me a fucking. I thought you were gonna give me the what is it? Your jingle. I thought he was gonna give me the jingle. Yeah.
What cities are you doing these? LA and the Bay, or?
So we're picking up Castro Valley. That's the newest one that's coming up, and then in LA, I just got spots I could just circle back to and do shows there. So I'm gonna line those up when I head out that way. And then we have 3 at Retro Junkie. We got 2 in Sunnyvale. We got the Union City mic that came up, and it's like I'm literally trying to build like a way to help people grow. One of the things I've been working on, I talked to Corday about this. There's my Monday night ones are like closed mics, and the reason they're closed mics is invite only for the people that I've been working with. And also the thing is, in comedy, you don't get that next opportunity until you just get it, and then it's like it's hard to get prepared for something when it's coming. And I use my mics to prepare for, like when I would do my mics, I would do at least 45 minutes a night in regards to I would do like 10 to 15 on top. I would do jokes in the middle, and I would always in my mind be like, I'm working this out every goddamn week. So I would be like, when the opportunity came for me to do more time, it was easy because I did that. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna do that for the homies. So like I have a mic, closed mics, people get like 8 to 15 minutes, maybe 20. Like if someone has some, like Sammy came by, Sammy Obeid was gonna film his special. He came and he did his special just so he could run it. Like I'm trying to help people get ready for stuff. Like Jordan Kirshner's got something coming up. It's like one of those things, like Corday's gonna come through and do his thing because he's got to get ready for longer sets. It's like one of those things that I'm trying to help, like also myself, but help people move forward. You know what I'm saying? Like that's I enjoy. I'm always thinking for me and then the homies who have been cool, because it's weird, man. There's a lot of ways that people look at stuff like you're not ready for stuff, you're not ready. But I'm like, it's like one of those things, I have jobs where they're like, yo, you gotta have this much experience and you gotta have the education to even get the job. I'm like, bro, that's impossible to get into, my brother. What do you mean? This is like setting up for
dishwashing all 6 years, dog.
Yeah, for real. But they're like, you gotta have either experience or education. I'm like, dude, what? It's hard to get that job. That's some white people shit. Like to be able to like get the friends in. I was like, that's not cool. Like, but it's like one of those things that I want to give people opportunities. And then as they do the stuff, I want to put them on shows doing bigger sets so that they're getting in front of audiences. Because
the comics, like just doing 5 minutes all the time, you don't really get to get out of your little shell.
It's very hard to really do that. I mean, dude, just you drive to an open mic for an hour. Corday drives hella much. Like he's like, I know where he comes from.
Fucking ridiculous.
And then you get 5 minutes that sometimes is fucking 4 minutes and 30. Or like you don't know how it's gonna come out, and then maybe the person before you made the room weird, and now you can't even work on your shit. And now I got to crowd work the first minute to pop it off, and then work on one joke. And then when you do longer jokes, sometimes, dude, I can literally I could have jokes that I could do only half of them in 5 minutes. And you're like, it's just hard to get to that. And you need the open mics for stuff, but I'm like, I'm trying to get people to the next goddamn level. And I feel like there's no middle piece like that. So I want to be the middle piece for that. You know what I'm saying?
Open mics and then like the big rooms.
That's it, bro. And it's like, and then people are like, oh, how you? I'm like, dude, if you can't work out, you can't practice, you can't. We're gonna work out. That's what we're gonna do.
You gotta work on the stamina.
And I appreciate that too, because I do be driving hella far. Like I know I do Swing and Door on Monday. Well, I sign up for Swing and Door all the time on Monday and shit like that. And then sometimes Iman gets mad because I don't show up. But I used to be Googling the shit, right? And it was like, oh yeah, that's just like 54 minutes away. And I'm just like, on Monday after like a long day at work, and I drove back home. Like I'm just like bruh. He was like, yo, you always sign up but you don't come. I was like, all y'all live around here. Like you live in like Union City, right? So it's like, well,
I gotta get to shit.
I'm like hella far away, and that's like way over in the peninsula. That's like past SFO Airport, and I'm just like, bruh. Like I signed up to like, okay, I'm possibly go, and then as of late, because
I used to do that at Pete. I would like, I'm coming,
bro. But it's hard. We all got lives and shit we're going through.
And then he started it earlier, so that kind of helped, because he started at 9, and then one time he started at 8. I was like, hey, can you keep it at 8? Because if I can go and be like one of the first people and like get up at like 8:05, 8:10, and then I can be like just watch next 2 comics, like I'm out by 8:30. I could drive back home and it's still early, versus like going at 9 and then getting up, and then by the time I get home it's 10:30 and I'm like exhausted, and I'm like still trying to be up or some other shit.
You're trying to make it work. Dude.
And you need sometimes like you'll have a better set if you actually get to stretch out the jokes.
But you become a different comic when you start getting more time. You just do. And it's one of those things where it's different. Like, dude, to be honest with you, you get to a point where I feel like, dude, if I was in a 5-minute comedy competition, I'd do all right, man. But if you put me in, like, I'm doing a 30, 40-minute set and I'm hanging out, we having a good fucking time. I've been running my hour a lot lately, bro, and it's been real nice. Man. Not that I never say I'm killing, because I know what real killing and crushing looks like, but I'm having
you're on track to that.
I'm trying to get there, brother. Like, and it's like, I'm never one of those comics where like, bro, I'm always crushing. Like, you haven't seen it before. You understand? understand. You know what I'm saying? Like I've seen it.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, I know what real crushing is like. Where motherfuckers can't breathe.
Yeah.
And people like are really like fucking crying. Like I've seen it.
Who's one that you see?
Dude, I've seen it for all forms, bro. Like I've seen sketch shows do it. I've seen improv do it. I've seen like stand-up wise,
like,
dude. If I go to the Comedy Store, I can see freaking anybody there, dude.
Yeah. Anyone
I've seen Bill Burr like completely like everybody rolling. It's like one of those things right before the special comes out that he was working on that stuff for. It's dude, man. Like you literally will. You're just when you see it inspires you to want to go do it. But that makes me get to a place. Even if I have a really damn good set, I'm still in my mind like
what
I want to do better because I know I want to get to that
I've
point.
seen heaven.
Yeah, dude. Like
this is just a resort.
Yeah,
trying to get back.
Hell yeah, we're trying to get there, brother. But yeah, man, it's one of those things. That's it, man. I wish people like PSA for everybody. Stop saying you're crushing unless you verified know what it looks like. Like don't say you're crushing.
And that's why I like to go watch like big names whenever they're like
you really see it like if you see like he's obviously huge now, but if you see like a Michael Che or like someone when they were about to be. Yeah. That's where you see it. Like Martin Lawrence, there's legends of Martin Lawrence literally like crushing and ripping rooms where people would be like, his followers would be afraid to like, they'd be like, what the fuck? I think Chris Rock had a story about like, he was like, is this motherfucker stealing my jokes? Because you get to a point where you're like, what's happening? Like the room's actually physically shaking. And that's different. You know what I'm saying? I wish I could go back and see that. I never got to see that. But if I had a comedy like time machine, I would go back to when Martin Lawrence was about to fucking blow up. Because every time I hear about it, dude, when he was hosting it, bro.
Yeah, him, bro. Hosting Def Comedy Jam, he used to like fucking destroy that room. And then like, oh, your next comic is him and Robin Harris. I remember Robin Harris is one of the so fucking funny, dude. Like, and he died like right as he was like starting to pop.
34?
I think it was 34. Something like massive heart attack. And it was crazy because I remember this motherfucker was performing in Compton roasting gang members. Yeah. And in his middle of a special, he was like, hey, don't be talking about Compton. And he's like, man, fuck Compton.
He was in Compton when he said
He was in Compton when he said that because he was like,
this is like early 90s.
Yeah, early 90s. Yeah. So it was like
so it's Compton.
Yeah. He's like, fuck Compton. He's like, hey man, can somebody put something in his mouth? My zipper stuck. And I was like,
oh my god.
You know what? I mentioned it to you. I just went to see at the Paramount fucking Dion Cole and Friends, and he hosted, and he did like 30-40 minutes before. As a set, and then he had on Louis Bell, he had on Tony Baker, not Tony Baker, Tony Roberts,
Tony Roberts,
Lunel headline, but in between he fucking murdered, bro, and he had killers on, and seeing that kind of shit, just like you said, man, I was like, God damn, like I'll never be that good. They'll never be that good. Like he murdered his set. In between set, he would roast the other comics, fucking hilarious, and then do another 10 minutes of shit. And then bring on the next one and
he's just doing his thing.
Killing it, bro. He came out with a regular sheet of paper at one point and just read shit he wrote backstage. He did some joke.
And he's just cruising and just owning it, bro.
Autopilot that's what I like. That kind of shit, bro. I saw Godfrey do it too. I was like, God damn, man. Like, I want to get to that one day, like you said.
Keep striving, man.
But that's the thing, man. I mean, some people see that they hate, or some people see it and they get inspired. You got two like avenues you go down.
For sure.
Oh yeah, I see it. I'm like, I purposely make a point so I go to LA about once a month. When I go down there, I go to watch a show at the Comedy Store in the main room, and you sit there, and when you're there, it kind of makes you. It gets me ready to come back out here and get going. Like it's nice to see where you're gonna go. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. No, because you can get lost like in between all this and that, or who's arguing, or who's doing this, or who's doing all that. You get lost in all the bullshit. Right. Or you got people trying to be like old heads and tell you how you should do your shit, even though you're like, we on the same show. And it's like one of those weird things. You're like, bro, just chill.
Just find your way there.
Dude, it's one of those things where it's like when I see that, I'm like, okay, that's where I'm going. So anytime someone talks shit, bro, I'm fucking like, horses have blinders. Yeah. I know where I'm trying to go. Yeah. And anything that's weird, I'm just like, I got to keep going, dog. I got no choice. I got to try my best. Cause
that's why I try to stay away from all that.
Dude,
politics.
It's hard, brother. But you got to stay. We got to stay away from it.
Politics or drama?
Both.
Okay.
Both. Because
political drama.
Because you said some people get caught up in that shit, and they're like, "Is this why you're in the scene? Like you're trying to find a life outside of your,
Sometimes that's why they're in the scene, right? Because they couldn't make it work anywhere else. So they're, it's that kind of a thing where it's like the attitude is just not good, and it's like, and I'm rooting for people, even when people are crappy. I'm like, bro, I hope you figure it out. I know we all like. you know how you could tell if somebody went through shit in their life and they've seen things.
Yeah.
So they're hella cool about shit. Like I could tell when people like they may haven't or they feel like they didn't deserve it or whatever it is, and they put that on you. I'm like, I hope whatever you're going through is whatever. But I know life sucks, so I treat people cool. That's it. I know life can get really fucking shitty, and I just want to treat people cool. Right. Like it's that simple. Like
facts. That's why. Go ahead. I was about to say that's why I was like help like people like just do well sometimes, and then like I know there's like I always try to
you can wish them well. You don't have to do anything for them, but just wish them well.
Yeah, but like, man, how you been? Like, I remember I started hitting up like random comics like during like the pandemic or like after. I was like, hey man, I ain't seen you in a while. How you been? Just like on some other stuff. And then other times I might hit up somebody like for a show, but then like I'll like ask them like, hey, do you do this show? But okay, could I possibly get on some time? And then like I also ask them like, yo, but besides that, how you doing? Like, how's your day? Like, you know, like how, like I know, like running shows is stressful.
That's rare.
Yeah.
That is rare.
Yeah.
You know.
No one.
You know. Yeah.
What can you do for me is usually the case.
Yeah.
What can you do for me?
Yeah, and people sometimes feel like it's fake, but then like they see me and I'm like real genuine. I'm like, oh shit, how you been, man? Like, oh, like I ain't see you in a while, dude. Like, why where you been? Like, kind of a.
Yeah, that's not you though. That's how they see other people, so they think everything's like that. Most of the time, people are like that, but you know.
But that's what I like to see. That's what I like to see, and that's what I think the scene needs more of. You know, like genuine care for each other. Not just fucking, you know, I mean, let's not get too close to not cause drama, but but like, you know, you hit me up. Dude. What was it, a few months ago? How you been? I'm like, wiping your I'm okay.
Being neighborly, being friendly.
Neighborly, that's a good word.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, you may not be able to be friends with everybody because you only have so much capacity to get to know people, but
and you don't vibe well with everyone, which is fine. Yeah. It's fine. We're not here to be friends.
But being cordial and being human and a good way to each other, man. That's important.
Yeah. You need to be,
respect.
Yeah, that's why I just noticed I didn't talk to you in a while, and I really needed that DMT, so I was like, bro, I gotta hit this boy. Just kidding.
Anyone feds are listening, say that's a joke, bro. Say that's a joke.
That was a joke.
Ash Ketchum does not do DMT.
You're like, what's it? He does not. That's why he sees all the Pokemon.
Exactly. That's why he's oversleeps.
He's actually Easter hunting, and he's just high, and he's like,
DMT is a new form of Red Bull. That's why he's like trying to do that so he won't miss his biggest event ever again.
Gotta catch him, man.
Gotta catch him, right?
Gotta catch them all. Dude, I this is why I wear this hat. It's like a Pokemon hat. It's so funny.
Oh, I just realized it's golf.
It's got to be a grass type Pokemon out there that has like poppy seeds or something.
Poppy seed, you know, you fucking weed them on.
We still need to play golf, bro. I told
down,
you, man.
I'm ready, bro.
I'm the Paisa Tiger Woods, bro. Tigre Woods.
Ready, bro. Tigre.
I told you I grew up playing golf all my life, dude. My dad works at a country club. I could get us in there if you ever want to go to that one.
Which one?
Richmond Country Club.
Why the fuck are we doing this podcast, bro? I got fucking. We done, bro.
I told you.
Corday's learning right now. Throw him in the car.
Dude, I'm not.
I told you so growing up, there was this older black gentleman that used to play there, and he's always really nice to me. And I'm like, yeah, he's so nice, you know. He was the nicest person there. I used to go with my dad. As I got older, you know, I got more comfortable with him. Then one day I ran into him at the store, and people were getting autographs from him. Like, what the fuck do you do? He's Willie McGee, the Hall of Famer baseball player.
Oh my goodness, you had no idea.
I'm trying to get him on here.
That would be huge.
He gave me a set of golf clubs once he saw me playing.
Wow.
And then
some people are just cool, man.
Yeah,
dude.
He's from Richmond. I don't know if you know that. You know who he is?
Yeah,
holy smokes,
that's crazy, man. It's funny you had no idea who this guy was, and people are getting autographs.
I just knew him as a.
I was honestly though. I was hoping it was gonna be something crazy. You were just like,
it's like not knowing who George Lucas is.
Oh, he was like, it was Michael Jackson apparently. I know. It was Black Michael Jackson. Kanye said.
But that's like my little golf story, you know?
Dude, yeah. No, dead serious. I want to play with you. I know we can't.
I suck though. I suck.
It doesn't matter. I don't care, bro. You play. That's all that matters to me.
How many under par you?
Under par, dude. To get under par, you gotta be really good. I'd say I'd shoot like probably 4 or 5 over if I play on a course.
You ever play foot golf?
We can do that too. That's soccer, bro. There's soccer with the hole in it, bro.
There's foot golf.
Have you ever heard of that?
No,
bro.
Yeah, we should do one of those. It'd be funny.
I fucking killed at that, bro, because I used to play soccer. You know,
I bet you do. I bet you do.
Fucking with the cabeza, make it all the way to the hole.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, in the hole.
How do you play foot golf?
It's just golf with a soccer ball.
Oh, okay.
So you kick it. Your foot's the club, basically. Yeah. But anybody can play.
So you're basically rotating your sneakers out instead of your clubs. I'm gonna hit it with the steel toe, and then if I want my putter, I'm gonna use my
use one of those Mexican
like a van or something. Yeah.
It's funny because like I forgot who said it on the podcast, where you need a hobby that makes you money, a hobby that like feeds your spirit, and a hobby. What was the third one? I forgot. And that's what, like, because I noticed everyone has,
incidentally, I guess that's what I got. Yeah, I like those things. Because that helps me stay out of, like,
because you're not making money off of golf.
No. Yeah. Hell no, dude. I'd be giving lessons on the low, bro. I'd be giving lessons.
Well, I mean,
that's
not like, but that's like.
Don't tell the clubs that though. They get mad. I gotta meet people in the corner.
Yeah.
And be like, it's just like beginners and stuff. Who I can get people going.
Right.
But yeah, basically, I'll meet people in the corner of the driving range. Just be like, don't say anything because they have pros that work here. I get you a discount, get you going, teach you how to play, and then like I've done that before. But
on the third one was a hobby for entertainment, like just for sheer entertainment.
Oh yeah,
I don't know. I like yeah. So that.
No, but yeah, that's
it looks like you probably make money off of all these hobbies.
I have to.
It ain't working. So you got to do it, right? You're just doing comedy and other shit. You got to have little side hustles.
Side hustles, bro. But yeah,
especially in 2022.
Yeah, it keeps it becomes more a side hustle culture for sure. Like,
how did golfing become your thing, bro?
Oh, dude. So
because it's like, I mean, I don't want to say it, but it's like a rich guy sport.
I'm fucking dude. Like I come from a broke place, so I'm the only one that golfs in my family.
Yeah.
So I think I got introduced into it. My father just bought me a driver when I was like younger, and we just hit balls at the range sometimes. And there's so much more that comes to the game, as you know, than that for sure. Yeah. But
a lot of math.
I wanted to play and I never could because, dude, I didn't have money. I just didn't have money to do it. So years ago, I found out that if you marshal at the golf course, you get to go for free. Mm-hmm. And when I found that out, I was like, oh, I'm gonna do this. So I just go and I, get people, make sure everything's going good on the golf course, get people started in their group at the right time, and then I got to golf. So I got to golf, and then I bought like secondhand clubs, dude. I tell people like legitimately, I don't know if this is real.
I'm really disappointed because I was hoping this was like you hooked up with some widow. And then, like, all your golfing expenses.
Still working on it.
Sorry,
you've ruined his plan now.
Okay, so everything that I tell him, he always has a porn star version of it that he does. Like, he's like, everything, he's like, all right, so who did you fuck?
Bro, wouldn't that make sense? So look at the guy. He's fucking handsome.
I mean, well, yeah, I was just wondering, like, if it was a widow. Like, you wouldn't know if he, like, hooked up with a widow because, like, PS5 secure. That's, like, the go-to. But you got a PS5? PS5. Like, yeah, how did you get it? And you start smiling.
You see shows rolling up in a fucking like Bentley, like oh shit,
dude, man,
that could happen.
I'm just saying. I know I've had offers, bro. Yeah,
what the fuck,
bro? I don't know.
We could have been in a big
sugar mamas and everything.
You know what though, man? If I can figure it out, I'll let you know.
Okay. Appreciate it.
You could have been only doing comedy if you had like hooked.
You know what you should do if you look, let's say I hit on someone and they're like, no, I'm not interested. Or like, what about this guy? Let's show them the picture. That should be a thing we should do as guys, bro.
Let's just do a video like that, see how it goes, bro. I want to hear the negatives. I want to hear when people are like, nah.
What about this guy? Look at him. What about not me? Okay,
it's gotta be a close up, baby. It's gotta be like,
and then just show you a video of or whatever.
Would you go on a date with this gentleman?
Would you go on? Yeah, Arturo, like
that's kind of funny though. We got some.
This is what he looks like shaved. This is what he.
Yeah,
so this is him with a beard, and then this is Ash Ketchum without it.
She's like, oh, the hat. The hat does it. It's one of those girls that like anime. She's like, oh shit,
right?
Hell yeah.
I love Pokemon.
Yeah. Okay. If you do some push-ups, he could look like Ryu from Street Fighter. He actually put some effort in.
She's like, he can stroke my oak any day.
Ooh, Professor Oak.
Like Bradley Cooper a little bit. Diet Bradley Cooper.
Slightly?
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't see it?
No.
Okay,
he has brown hair and white, so I don't.
You say it?
Sorry, go back to your story.
But yeah, dude. Basically, dude, if there's a chart for like that would show how much people paid compared to how good they got at golf.
That's true.
I'm the best in the world, dog. Because I tell people that I'm like, dude, I'm the best motherfucker who ain't paid for shit. Because like I got secondhand clubs, I would play for free through how I'd marshal and then teach kids and stuff like that after a while. And then yeah, dude, like literally, that's how. And I taught myself. I was like, I never took a lesson because I couldn't afford it. So people are like, oh, you never took a lesson? I was like, y'all motherfuckers got money. But it was fun to beat people who had money because then they're like pissed pissed, and that shit's funny to me. I enjoy that because I'm like, dude, at the end of the day, dog, you're rich. It's like, buddy,
you're gonna get assassinated.
Dude, I hope not. That'd be crazy. Like he made that birdie putt, he's dead. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Some mafia shit.
Yeah,
like you lost. Did I lose? Well, you lost to a dead man. Like, boom, now it's two dead men.
There was a guy when I worked at the country clubs. I worked there too for a while. That was actually my first job. There was this guy who used to go there. He made his living off of just training people.
Wow. Yeah, he's a pro. Was he the pro?
He played professionally, and then he retired, and then all he did was train people all day.
Yeah, see, that's weird. They call
he drove a fucking Mercedes, I forgot what at the time. Yeah. Smoked cigar every day.
They make a lot of money, brother.
He made hell of money.
You make $100 per lesson. That's cheap.
And I think that's what he was making back in like 2004, 2005.
Yeah. See, it's ridiculous, bro. Yeah. You make money teaching golf for sure.
Man.
Yeah. Teaching people how to hit a little ball.
He just downloaded all that information.
Yeah, that's all
it's buffering.
It's like the multiverse. His brain was thinking about the version of him that was teaching golf and doing shit. He was like, oh shit. Like you know how things crack and they divide in the
I'm teaching the wrong subject, clearly.
Dude,
his other self that teaches golf saw this version. He's like, see, this is what you would have been if you didn't get into golf.
If you didn't get into teaching. Dude, but yeah, man. But I enjoy it, bro. It's a fun game. And honestly, it's
getting your kids into it?
Yeah, my boys are. I'll show you my boy hitting a ball. He's 7, but he can hit the damn ball pretty good. And I'm like, yeah.
Hey, that's a good sport to get your kids into.
Dude,
you'll be set for life.
But also, I'm like, dude, I mean, unless this comedy thing really kicks off or Netflix fucking calls me back and then I got money to get them, for them to go to college, bro, a big part of it's going to be if they can either get that schooling or that. But I'm definitely going to have my sons do golf and track because I played football when I was younger, but I realized team sports, you need your team to get you up so people could even notice you, and that's even more difficult, especially in the city I'm from. But when it comes to track and golf, these are sports where numbers speak for you. So they'll be like, what did he shoot? College would be like, what did that kid shoot? Or what did that kid run?
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm going to definitely have a lot of energy put into that for them.
Less injuries.
Yeah. But it's on them to go do it. Right. And then if it works out, it works out. But I just want those things at a high level. So hopefully if they go to a college for one of those things or both, it'd be, that would be the thing. Is that
anything but comedy, please, son.
Oh my God. I'm like, Dad, listen, I'm doing this because but there's not a lot of routes I have to the top. I'm like, all right, if I could figure this out, I could do it.
You know, it's funny you said, like, it reminded me, you know Los Tucanes de Tijuana, that famous Mexican group, the Chona. Yeah. La Chona?
Yeah.
I saw their live performance the other day, not live, but just like a video.
Yeah.
And the lead singer was drunk, and he's like, guys, educate your children so they don't become musicians.
Oh dear.
It's the truth, bro.
True, man.
Entertainment is our scratcher trying to make it to the top. You feel me? Like, we're just, it just is what it is.
That's the way for historically that's been the way for poor people to like come.
Yeah. Like of recent
jump into
Yeah. Like of recent, I guess people with money started doing comedy more often now. But before that, it was not.
Talking about like T.I.
No, T.I.
Wait, T.I.'s doing comedy now?
Oh, you didn't know?
I didn't know.
Oh, I didn't know. I envy you
that Mr. Harris is doing stand-up comedy.
Mr. Harris. He gonna kick the.
That's what he is now. That's what he is now. Is he doing comedy as Mr. Harris?
Yeah.
Have you seen his stand-up?
I've seen part of it. I didn't want to get through it because I didn't want to ruin T.I.
Hey, would you open for him though?
Nah.
What about you?
I really thought about it.
You would open for him.
Yeah. So check.
You wouldn't open for him.
But I know. See the hesitation.
If you did,
I know why. Yeah, I know why the is there. I know.
But what if you did better than him and then that wouldn't. Let's get him the fucking Netflix special.
The reason is that'd be awesome. But that shit don't happen though, JD. They're just gonna be like, oh, that's the guy that opens for T.I. and I don't want to be the guy that opens for T.I. He got a few jokes. I'm just. This is my thing is I'm going to tell you this. I got a few theories on comedy, and you could tell me that. I always tell people, you can tell me to shut the fuck up. But I have this theory that when people already love you, it's almost impossible to get good at comedy. The reason that is that when you're a new comic and you have to walk into a room where people don't know you and you got to earn that laugh through finding the truth or finding some real shit, you have to learn that. And then you keep learning that and you get there. But there's people who have successful YouTube channels and podcasts and people see them and they go like, they're not good at stand-up. I'm like, they don't even have a chance because they just go into a room where everybody loves them and they're just saying stuff. But if you took what they're saying and put it like to like Steve Martin. when Steve Martin got huge, and because he used to do stand-up,
he started off.
He would walk off stage after he was huge, after just everyone's laughing or whatever. He walk off and he would ask people like, "Bro, was that really funny?" Because he knew they already love him.
He got too big.
They already love him. So like, I feel like if I ever got to a place where and people knew my name or whatever, I would always have a pepper tree. I'd always have a place where people don't give a fuck about me. So I could walk in there and work on stuff and find a real laugh, so that I can go like, that's a real laugh. And then work on that. You know what I mean?
You know that comic Harlan? I forgot his last name. Harlan. He's the guy from. He's in Half Baked. He's a guy that gets locked up. You know how?
Yeah.
He started off as stand-up comic too. Yeah. But I heard him say this on the podcast. He got so big that he noticed people were just because of who he was. So he started going to like little, like he said, like Fresno, Modesto shows.
That's what you do
with a different name.
Wow.
Like just say and he noticed that made his comedy better.
He reverse engineered that idea, basically. That's tight, man.
Chris Rock does that. Chris Rock says he's like, when I work on my new stuff and then I'm getting my material ready, I go to old folks' homes to try to make them laugh.
Wow, really?
He's like, he's like, because if I go to old folks' homes and I get laughs out of them, he's like, because they're older, they don't have that much time. They're like, I'm taking away from whatever thing they doing. So if I can kind of make them laugh, then I know like that I'm on to something by doing that. Instead of like going to specific spots. Kevin Hart ran into that problem too.
Yeah,
like Kevin, they were just like loud, like cheers, stuff like that. He's like, no guys, I got to work on this. I actually got to do this kind of stuff.
It's hard to work on it. Yeah.
As an audience, please be honest. You know what you could do? What I did yesterday. At the same time I was performing, Too Short was in the main stage. Nobody gave a fuck.
So you got to work hard to keep them there, man. But
I had these 5 really stone guys who probably didn't realize Too Short was like, yes, I love you guys for staying there.
And that's what you got to play to. That's what you got to play it up to, man. That's how you got to.
Has there ever been a case where there is a comedian who was universally loved on that level?
Yeah.
And eventually people just stopped going to their shows because they weren't funny anymore. Even though they loved him, they were just like, you're not funny, and he or she didn't realize they were just not funny.
I think that's why Jim Carrey stopped doing stand-up. Because the funny in the movies overshadowed the stand-up.
Yeah, and he always wanted to be a movie star, which is fine. That's fine, because he was characters, he was impressions.
He was impressions.
Obviously.
That's what movies are like, what can do with movies.
Yeah, and but I think when you get to that point, I'm just spitballing, but I feel like your name is just so big, you could at least fill anything at that point. You know what I'm saying? So people will show up regardless for the name recognition at least. But I don't know.
I think
a hard one.
I think like in a reference to that, I think you're talking about Dane Cook. That's like the closest.
I was just about to say
Dane Cook's a good one.
Was like the biggest comedian in the world for like a year, and then
for like a few years, and then people start realizing like he wasn't really that funny. And then it was weird because like I heard like I remember he sold out Madison Square Garden, a bunch of different type stuff like that.
Oh yeah, he did.
And then people was hating on him because he was kind of mildly attractive and stuff like that. So he started getting all this hate. But that's like the example.
Yeah, I remember like during like I think it's like his Vicious Circle special. Girls were like coming on stage and flashing like he's a rock star.
Yeah, I
like him and Carlos Mencia were like the 2 biggest comedians in the world for like a year or 2, and then they both fell off right around the same time. Yeah, arguably for the same reason.
Yeah,
different reasons.
And they were both like stealing jokes, right?
Well,
and not writing their own material.
Carlos, yes, Dane got accused of that.
Yeah,
by what was it?
Louis C.K.
Louis C.K.
The itchy butthole.
Mark Maron and
yeah. So but it's like one of those things that. But I've seen Dane's show in L.A. People still come out to see him.
Yeah, it's probably a blessing for those guys if they really wanted to just do stand up.
Yeah.
Because people are still going to come to the shows. Their name's not as maybe not Madison Square Garden, but a theater,
and dude, your
comedy
stuff
club.
Peaks, man. Like that's just the truth of it. A lot of people they shit on people when they're down, but like, dude, they had to go there for you to laugh at them. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like this motherfucker who had never even been over there is laughing at him. He went there, buddy. That's why you're laughing at him. Yep. Like, dude, I forgot how much money Dane was making when he at the peak, but it's ridiculous. Dude, ridiculous.
The first comedian to get famous off of social media.
Yeah, it was MySpace. It was MySpace.
Yeah.
So somebody somebody told it, I was like on a podcast, that it was like Dane Cook was the first to get popular off of social media. MySpace had thousands and thousands of MySpace friends, right? And then not only that,
friends,
shit.
No, because I've never heard someone called friends.
Yeah, because then after that, right, like they were all like at a certain age, right, and then they was like all loving Dane Cook, and then because of that, those like if they were kids or teenagers stuff like that, now they're grown and can still like he still has that audience because he like was speaking to them, and now they can like they grew older and they can still come to a show. So when he pops up, like when I was little, I used to always see you on TV, but I never could see because I wasn't old enough. Now you're coming my way, and he still has that audience. Not selling out Madison Square Garden.
Your own little audience.
So
that's something
that's good. That's worthwhile.
Like that's one of the things that I hope for in the future. Like people grow up watching The Voice Party because we got some young viewers now that are in high school. I didn't know that.
Dude, it gets passed around, dude.
I mean, with Frosted Mini Fears, I discovered some of my middle school students going all the way back to like 2014 was like, oh yeah, I watch it. My older brother, when I was younger, used to watch your show. I was like, oh,
you're fucking old.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's back when we hadn't made any new episodes at that point.
For sure.
There was nothing new to watch. But the kid was a fan, and like his older brother was a fan. So I'm like, someday we'll take this on tour to cons or stuff like that. We'll be like the Goosebumps nostalgia. Like, hey, remember us?
R.L. Stein, baby.
I got a question for you.
Yeah, what's up?
What's gonna be something that you like once, like let's say headlining or not headlining, like what do you think will make you feel like those comics that you like talked about, like that killing that thing, like what?
Yeah,
like doing something like like
I feel like
Madison Square Garden.
I got you for sure. There's I feel like there's two different sides of comedy as I'm learning now. There's on stage craft. That you could look at someone on stage, what they're saying, how they're doing it, all that kind of shit, and how that goes. I look at certain people like I want to be at a level where I'm able to perform at that level. And then there's also the other dude. I mean, this is something I'm late to, but I got to start doing it more often in the promotion side of it, of getting yourself out there to be able to sell out places. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm saying I look like, I would like to be at a level where one person I like on stage is I like Burr. I like Burr on stage. Yeah. My favorite comedians are people that can talk about subjects that if I told you the subject line, it'd be like, oh no, that's kind of either dark or like I don't think. Like for example, I told you Bill Burr has a joke about hitting women. Yeah. You're gonna be like, oh, what the fuck? Who is this dude? Oh yeah. But if you listen to the joke, women laugh at it. Yep. That's a bad motherfucker. Do you understand me? That's like that's the evil. Magic. That's the Evel Knievel equivalent to what we do. For sure. That you took something that people can't do easily and you made it look like a walk in the park. I want to be able to do that type of thing eventually on stage.
Yeah. Not only that, he has a joke about not celebrating everybody who went into the military. I love that joke.
Oh man, how's that go?
So he's like we always salute everybody who's in the military and everything. I feel like he was like, I feel like everybody should, like the guys who like are in the planes taking off and going off to like war and they're fighting, so like they should get celebrated. But the motherfucker who's telling them like to go, like you can go now, you can go, he shouldn't be celebrated because he didn't go nowhere. He's just giving directions. Why should we celebrate him?
He said something on that too, where he's like, "Damn, like some soldier walked into like an airport and he clapped like, what was he, a fucking mechanic?"
Yeah, exactly. And the funny thing about it, so your joke, you just talk about hitting women and shit like that, right? I was watching Miss Santa Barbara Bowl. He did that joke, and I was laughing my ass off, right? But he did the joke about we shouldn't celebrate everybody in the military. White guy gets up, says "fuck you," and starts flipping them off and stuff like that. He was like, "Oh, you got mad about the military shit, but you was laughing when I was talking about hitting women." He was like, "Fuck!" He was like, "Leave." He's like, "I talked about hitting women for 10 minutes, but this shit gets you upset." I was dying. I was like, "Yeah," and I was like, I flipped him off as he walked out.
That is a bad motherfucker.
Yeah, it is, dude. When someone could do that,
that's a good way to. That's a good one.
It's like, can you do stuff that people can't do, and you got to do it the right way and figure it out.
His new hour is like fucking ridiculous. He has this one joke about the WNBA.
Yeah, WNBA one, dude.
Oh man,
I have a hard time not saying it because I don't want to ruin it.
Don't want to ruin it, but he talks about the WNBA. Brilliance. I remember I was like, oh, I never even like thought. Brilliant.
You watch a lot of stand up.
I do and I don't.
Okay.
But yes, because I don't like other voices.
Right. No, but like the stuff you like, the stuff you like.
I'll check it out.
Old shit that you grew up watching.
Yeah.
You ever catch yourself like when someone is bringing up an analogy, you bring up something from comedy?
Yeah, because
like I heard this in a joke.
That's the reference.
Yeah.
Dude, talking about Bill Burr, I'm learning in this comedy game, you can't tell people positive things that you did, because so for example, I did let me be very clear when I say this. I did a guest set on a show that Bill Burr was on in LA. And I did a show that Bill Burr was on, and I told a few people that I was just like, because I was excited, I was like, it's cool, just a guest set. I'm always like, this is what it is, this facts. I'm not trying, don't blow it up, whatever. I told somebody the next time I did a show with one of those people, they announced me on stage and were like, this guy has featured for Bill Burr, and I was like, I did not feature, dog. What are we doing here, bro? I was like, that's not what so I'm walking on stage like, I'm fucking Ixnay on the fucking, like, dude, that's what I told you. Don't do that, man.
I was on that show.
Oh, you were on that show, bro? I was like, dude. And it's no harm, because I know where I know where it's coming from.
Coming from love.
I answered questions for the next 3 weeks about that shit, and had to go, no, it was a guest set, and they're like, then why did you say that? And then people were like, no, it went for, I think it was like opening, and then someone, you know, a telephone, it became featured, or it became whatever, and I was like, oh, if I let it go, they would be like, oh, he buried Bill Burr. Like, I'm like, no,
he's going on tour with Bill Burr. That's why you ain't seen him no more.
They're best friends.
You know, right?
Oh man, it was a show that Bill Burr. It's like a show
Bill
that
Burr's Godfather
close to where he lives. It's like it's convenient for him, and it was cool to see him, that kind of thing, and that was cool.
Oh, so you know where he lives?
No, that's what happens.
You've been over his house for tea.
I saw Arturo at the Coliseum at the Bill Burr show. Like, oh shit, he opened up. He was at the Coliseum. When you just like bumped into him because y'all both had tickets for the show.
Oh, dude.
But I saw Arturo at the show.
There's people who do that too.
Yeah, like I saw him at the show, but like, oh shit, he was opening. But like, nah, we both had tickets. I saw him in line. He got nachos. I got a beer. Like,
I opened for Bill Burr. He was walking in. I opened the door.
Classic open the door joke, bro. Yeah, man. But that was so you can't tell people like cool shit sometimes, because like, bro.
It's funny, bro, because like,
bro,
I just did Copper Spoon, and fucking Luigi, check out his special, Unhealthy Comedians on Tubi.
Oh, that's funny.
It's not a special. It's a documentary.
That's although the documentary is very special.
It's just a thing.
See why I can't tell people.
Yeah, but people blow it up, and then you got to put out the fires, because then I hear people getting mad that I'm saying, I'm like, I didn't fucking say that, but that part of me is like, I don't give a shit anyway. Like, it's like a weird, like,
no, I've had that happen with a show.
I want it to be accurate, because I'm not trying to, like, I'm trying to make this happen the right way.
And you don't want people lying about it either.
I'm just excited to see someone that I look up to and be able to like be around them, a little shoulder rubbing, and get up out of it. He don't even fucking remember me. There's no fucking way, dude.
Like, I've never, like, I did I forgot what's his name show at the San Jose Improv. One time only ever did the San Jose Improv. That was that one show, right?
Yeah.
And then the next show I did, someone saw me in the flyer for the show. Like, he's a regular.
Yeah, they say regular.
I'm like, whoa. I'm a regular as an audience member.
Yeah, it's like a weird thing.
That's always funny, because to actually, because people be like, oh, how should you? Oh, I'm a regular at this club. I'm a regular at this club. Like, you just perform once, and like sometimes we'd be like, nah, dude, don't say that. Like, people always ask me, what do you want me to say, Corday? Performs all around California. That's like about like just say I'm Corday. Yeah. Just like, I don't know, just performs all around the Bay. Like, I keep it simple. Like, oh no, he opens here. He opens like nah, dude, just say, you know.
I open for Too Short.
Exactly.
Dude. Yeah.
That's, you know, like if you were delusional, that's the kind of shit you would say. You know, and it's rough, man. Because it's weird. But yeah, it's just because you see how weird it is when other people do that shit. Like, I don't want to be like that.
I don't want to be that, man. Like, I'm like, nah.
You don't want to look desperate.
We got an announcement to make. We're gonna have you back in June.
Yes, sir.
I want to talk about that here on the show.
Yes, sir.
Corday's hosting.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if we'll talk about that.
Yeah, you just
breaking news, Corday. You're hosting. Like, oh, okay.
You've heard it confirmed.
Black Joaquin's hosting.
Black Joaquin.
Run outside and grab the homeless dude outside. Like, hey, bro, you ever open for a comedy show? Well, you're doing it, dude.
He opens for Bill Burr.
Yeah, Toothless Larry. Like, we're doing it.
No, yeah.
Yeah, dude, I'm excited.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm ready for whatever you want me to do, man. I'm ready.
anything?
Yeah, comedy wise.
I want you to shave your face again.
Yeah, I'll shave for it, man.
And wear the red hat. Because if I'm hosting,
I'm gonna do it right now. June 26th is the day I
done deal, brother. They say no more. We're doing it, brother. Hell yeah. And I wanted to actually do that so we could promote early, and we're gonna just over the top promote it for the fun of it, and then see if people just roll up.
It's gonna be the best show you've ever seen.
Dope, man.
Like,
yeah, it's gonna be we'll own that, dude. Hell yeah, because if it doesn't happen, we cut.
This next guy, you seen him all over the Kanto region. You seen him on the Orange Islands. You seen him in the Johto region. You might have seen him walking around with a little yellow mouse.
He used to open for Jeffrey Epstein. I mean, Jeffrey Epstein.
Whoa, no. That's a weird island in Pokemon World.
Oh, is that one of the four orange? That's the fifth Orange Island.
That's the fifth Orange Island.
Fifth Orange Island,
bro. Yeah, you catch a case. That's what you
exactly. I'm still mad they haven't put the Orange Islands in any video game yet. I'm still mad about that shit.
Me too, bro.
They that was dope. I thought that was dope.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Dude, me and Corday could go on Pokemon forever, but yeah.
I always felt left out because I never watched Pokemon as a kid. And everybody used to always talk about it. I'd be like,
did you watch Dragon Ball Z?
No.
What'd you watch?
Not much, bro.
You were watching like Disney movies but dubbed in Spanish. They're like, it's like, what the hell? Like,
El León King, El León, El King, El Rey León. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I was 10 or 11 when Pokemon first came out. Really wanted the video game. My grandmother wouldn't let me have it because it was, she was afraid I'd bring the Game Boy to school. The other thing is, like, when I started watching the cartoon, I was like, it's so tame. Like, but because by that time I'd used to seeing Batman punch people in the face. It's like, this kind of I've seen Goku like survive on exploding planets. I'm just like,
your threshold was already high.
Yeah, like where's the drama here?
Wasn't Dragon Ball Z and Pokemon on cable?
Yeah.
I didn't have cable till I was like a teen.
Hey, you're a better person because of it.
No,
okay?
I'm just really.
No, Pokemon was on regular TV. It was on was it Warner Brothers or whatever?
Channel 20. Okay. Yeah.
You know what I was doing?
WB.
Not to sound stereotypical. I was running a landscaping company with my dad. I was working, bro.
Yeah, I know. Anybody I meet that doesn't know cartoons, I don't make fun of them. I go, this motherfucker had to work.
Yeah, but as an adult.
Oh, yeah, but later.
I'm catching up.
Okay,
I'm not catching up, but I made up my lazy years for all this shit I just started.
Yeah, man, you had to hustle. Oh, dude, I was freaking. I'll tell you this story. I haven't told anyone this. I actually might make a thing.
That's what we love.
I was almost on TV, dog.
What?
Almost on TV. You want to hear how almost it is? It's about as almost as it gets, dog. No, America's Most Wanted. Hell yeah, gang. That's next. But if this doesn't work out, I'm gonna do my 15 on America's Most Wanted. Like while they're taking me away, I'm like, hey, y'all like airplane food? like doing the whole jokes. But I was.
You guys ever beat women? Your version of it?
Yeah. You ever see that video like when the dude's getting arrested? He's like running away and shit like that. He's like telling hella jokes. He's like like he's like taking them shit like that, and he like opens his pockets. He's like, hey, that's quarters. Like that's $5 and shit like that. He was like,
hella funny.
Hella funny. He's like, you feel so physical.
He's like, it's a lot. Yeah. You almost didn't want him to get arrested.
Exactly.
So funny.
I was like, this dude got released, right? Like,
yeah.
So you got you never shared this story on there?
No, I haven't shared it on air. I might make a video about it later because I got pictures and stuff from it. But like, yeah, dude. So I got I can talk about it now because it didn't happen, but I got casted for a celebrity dating game.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, and I was supposed to be on the show. So what happened was, bro, and this thing gets real thick. But first of all, the fun part was, dude, it gets real thick. But
what's it next? Will you revitalize it next? No.
Hey, that's the next one. Yeah, bro. And it sucks, man. I had a few things lined up, but that's the one I could talk about. I'm hoping the Netflix one fucking come back. But that's the one I could talk about. Is this one? It's ABC. I was supposed to be on the show, and I went down there and everything. I got tested, did everything. I was on, bruh. This tested, not like, you know what I mean? Okay.
That was. You want to fill that one?
I thought it camera tested. That's what I thought you.
Yeah, no. I did. So I did all the.
So that's why you passed,
dude. Yeah. We're never gonna get through this. Let's keep it real. I basically went and did went to go do the show. Went to go do all the stuff, and when I was there. Oh, you know what? Let's do a funny thing. You know how I got the audition and I nailed it. Yeah. I'm gonna give you the question that they asked and I'll answer it for you. Okay, you ready? Yeah. So they asked questions like, "Oh, if I was this, what would you?" Right? Yeah. So I had this guy. He was interviewing, auditioning me. He's a gay dude. It was a fun interview. It was funny. Asked me if I was, it's gonna be weird. So I'm sorry. Say if I was a popsicle, how would you eat me?
Ask you, am I asking
just ask like you're the person.
Okay,
like
he was gay?
No, you don't have to do all that, but if you want to go ahead.
We're a popsicle. Wait, no. If I was a popsicle,
it's weird, right?
Or a fudgesicle.
There we go. I was about to say that's big. I was like,
how would you eat me?
Okay, I said, I would eat you in a really cold place because I want to make sure that my mouth is the only thing making you melt. Bro, he was like,
give it up for that.
That was my, bro. Yeah, when I hit that one,
I'm still processing. That's why I was like, I made eye contact.
He over here got hard.
You ever did something?
Nipples are hella hard.
Did something and in your mind you were like, shit, that was pretty fucking good. Right, I was like, I did that, and he was like, oh, and he was like, okay, well, I like you for the spot. We didn't even do the whole like time of the thing. He was just somewhere in ABC's like log of like auditions for Zoom auditions because that's what was happening. That's in there somewhere. I hope I could get it back, but that was like funny.
The way you just said it though sounds creepy too. But
bro, hell yeah, dog. Yeah. But dude, dating is like it teeters on the creepy and also the hot side. It's like weird, right? Yeah. But so when I did that, it was funny because I got into the I got everything, and then I went in to do the show. This is how they do it. They have 4 guys show up because it's like comedy. If someone doesn't show up, only 3 of them are going, yeah, right? Sounds, dude, everything you talk, when you get in Hollywood, everything sounds like a porn when you're trying to be like
4 guys.
4 guys show up, they all get casting.
Just legal, like all these different.
So it's down to 1 guy.
But 4 guys fit there. So we're clear, 4 guys fit there.
Just to be clear. So for like, just in case someone bails out or something doesn't go right, they have 4 guys, but only 3 are gonna make it on.
Yeah.
Okay, so when I get to the studio, we're in the whole back lot, we're doing the whole thing, they're giving you snacks, doing the whole thing, and I'm just like, this is cool, like it's getting ready to do this thing. But they didn't let us know that was happening until we got there, that there was 4 dudes. I was already ready to do the show. So when we were there to do the show, what they did was they dressed us all up and took pictures of us, and then they sent them to the producer, and he would make the final decision on who would go on stage. So it was me, it was this a comedian, a poet, and a singer dude, and it was 2 black guys were the comedian and the poet, and then there was some kind of Middle Eastern, I'm not sure. But the thing was is that when they finally decided and they pulled us in the hallway, and dude, we're about to go into do the show. Yeah. Now let me dress this up before we do it. Zoe Deschanel was the host.
Oh shit.
Michael Bolton was going to be the thing, and then the girl was Nicole Byer, which I think they brought me in to be funny. They were like, we need someone who definitely is going to be funny. They always want to have someone that definitely be funny. And I was like, bro, I would have had hella fun on that show. So when they announced it, I was already excited because I was like, I already know all the shows that she does. Oh, this is gonna be cool. Then when they came to go, okay, the producers decided what's going on, and they pointed at one dude, pointed at another dude, They said, so you're not going to go. And they pointed at me, and it was the most awkward moment because they're all looking at me, and it's that weird moment where they're excited because they got on, but they also like, fuck, bro, like you came all the way to LA, you did all this. I'm still going to get a check, but it's not as much as it would have been. But they're looking at me, and it was funny because my first thought was like, Team Melanin, bro, let's go. And then everyone started laughing because I was like, bro, man, at least we got fucking color on TV. I don't give a fuck. I was like, I'm Latin, but
but you were
dude,
they might need to keep
this is me for real. Like,
they might need to keep you be like Team Melanin, let's go. They're like so when we bring back for the reunion, he's definitely gonna warm the crowd up. And like, you know,
they give me the job to warm them up.
Yeah, something like that. But like, you know, we might have to keep this guy around just to like warm, like keep it loose.
That was dope. If you
it was crazy. This was I gotta get the date for you. I could probably look at the pictures on my phone. It was early in the pandemic.
Wow.
But like basically, the crazy part is we still had to wait to go on. And all the dudes was like, sorry. But I was like, bro, it's all good. This is what it is. I know, like, I don't do this for that reason. But it was crazy because, like, one of the dudes is a comedian. His name's Walter. He ran out to go to the bathroom. Dude, he slipped and fell hard. And the producer ran out like, what the fuck? And he looked at me. It was like, stay ready. And he was like, dude, like, bro. And it was funny because
you were like, please don't pull through.
They were like,
please don't pull through.
I'm hoping for the
ambulance.
I found out that
Melanin got a replacement.
I found out I'm
brain damage. Come on, brain damage.
I'm talking
broken leg.
He fell hard, and then when he said that to me, I was just like, he came and talked to me. He's like, "Can you be?" I was like, "Dude, I'm ready, but give him time, bro. Like, like, I don't fucking want it like that,
Give him time for the next show that possibly we dating and you have a team full of melanin people. Give him time to recover.
Give him a couple minutes.
For season 2 with Zoe Destiny.
He's like, give him time to pray for his sins before he goes to heaven.
Yo, I give him time for full speedy recovery for season 2 so I can be on season 2.
So it's crazy, right? Because I was already like, damn, I got super close, dude. Because you know how people talk about the door of opportunity.
Can I just say, if it was me, I probably would have kicked him just to make sure he's out.
I poured oil. But it was like, people talk about the door of opportunity, bro. I physically seen mine. Like literally, the door to the studio was white and it had a silver handle. I was like, this is the door. And then he fell, so it was like even more so. It was like the universe even fucking with me more because it was like you ever just accepted, all right, I ain't gonna get on, it's all good. They're still gonna pay me a check, it's all good. And I'll just keep grinding because this is why I do it anyway. And then he falls and they're like, be ready. I'm like, oh, don't fucking do it. And then it's crazy. But you have to stay there even when they're doing the show because people go on stage and weird shit happens. People faint or they just can't perform up there or like whatever it is. So they had me sit in the studio and I'm listening to the episode get filmed and it's like, dude, it's crazy. I'm just like, man.
Arturo had a
over there
Tanya Harding moment. He had a Tanya Harding moment.
And he didn't act on it.
You're a better person than Tanya fucking Harding.
That's why you bring the shank. No, I'm just
yeah, dude, next time, right? But yeah, it was a trip, bro.
That's awesome, bro.
Yeah, they hit me up for other stuff too, but
you're a good guy.
Yeah, bro, it was crazy. But like, it was a
decent
trip.
human being.
Yeah. But yeah, it was crazy. There's the episode's out. It's someone with Nicole Byers, so you can watch it and stuff like that. But it's man, it was a trip, dude. Like I was like, man, never been to be that close to being like getting the credit, being on TV, and to be honest, dude, after hearing I was listening. It's so hard because I'm hearing the questions that are being asked, and I'm like, bro, I tear up all these fucking questions, and they all did good. Don't get me wrong. It's just in my heart, I'm just like, dude, man, all I had to do was say some crazy shit and get one of those videos to pop off, and I would have had it. Like it would have helped out a little bit. You know.
The only suggestion I have for your answer: not creepy enough.
Not creepy enough. Yeah, I should do it, dude.
Nah, dude. That you're all clapping. I'm just like, oh, that was.
No, that was smooth as hell.
Smooth as shit, dude. And I was like,
picture them saying like, can you make it creepier?
Well, I said it way less serial killer like when I did it.
That was a serial killer, dude. That was straight up like.
That was smooth as hell, bro.
Yeah, okay. that was like the dude's like, wait, is this dude gay? Like, is he on the wrong show? that was what that was. Like,
hey, you see the dude that asked the question hella blushed when he answered.
He was
I need a minute. I'll be back.
Yeah, basically, that's why he cut you off. He was like, okay, so he no more questions. That was
he's like, I'm gonna take a picture of you with my personal phone.
He's like, this is now being recorded. Like, but that was fun, man. It was cool to go on studio and do all that stuff.
If you can get to that level, you can. If you can see the walls, you can climb them.
That makes sense, dog. You say if you see the walls, you can climb them, bro. That's that Latino shit, bro. Like,
that's what I was thinking. I was like,
if you see the walls, I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you mean, dude. That was crazy.
Climb them, open them, whatever.
If you build it, they will come. If you can see the wall, you can climb it. Okay, a little different.
It's weird. They really go through your Instagram and tell you what to not have on there, though. I didn't have anything too crazy. I had like this weird like. It was a Trump one. It had Trump. He had waves. Yeah. You know, and it had Wesley Snipes. And it said when you find out Trump only paid this much in taxes, and it had Wesley Snipes. I made it, and it said Wesley Snipes was like, this motherfucker spitting. You know how they had that thing when a person like. I made that, and they told me, yeah, you're gonna have to. Can you take that down? I was like, I mean, yeah, you guys are gonna pay me a check if this works out. I'll fucking take it down. Yeah. I was like, I got like 30 likes. I was like, I'll take it down. Oh, my comedic integrity. I'm like, come on, it's a fucking.
That's hella funny. Yeah.
So we're gonna see you at the end of June.
Yes, sir.
At our showcase. We've been at an hour now, bro.
Oh shit! Really? Damn.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Yeah, we're passing on.
Time flies.
Yeah, I appreciate you. We gotta make you a regular, man.
Dude, man, I'm gonna come.
We'll see you in 8 months.
Hey, yeah, was it 8 months in between?
No, it was a year.
Well, you let me know how often where it's not fucking up your flow and not be here, because I don't like the bug. I'm not a bug guy.
It's all good, man, but it was always a good time when we.
Real quick, can we ask? So you working on your hour?
Yes, sir.
Getting it together.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. How do you produce and put on shows where you can stretch to get that hour? Like okay, I was like this.
Yeah.
So you working on the hour? Do you stretch and produce shows where you can do 20, 30? Because you've done a few shows in like Modesto or something like that where you did the full hour and stuff like that. So
yeah, so I just have to put a shorter lineup in there and then do the set later. So what I do is I just do a longer finishing set and then to make sure I time it out where it comes out to the shows like an hour 20 to hour 35 the most. Okay. And then I just plan that out and then I get in there, do it, and then I'm just cranking it out. And I have people there filming. I have my team there filming to test footage, so I can look at my stuff and go like, this is what I got to change up, because I don't look at my stuff enough. I need to do that more often. Yeah. And then they're also practicing angles and filming so that we can, when it's time to actually pull the trigger and film it, that's what we'll be ready. I'm like, let's get the reps in now. So that's basically what we're doing. But yeah, that's it, dude. Like unless I get on a show that gives me that hour, or we produce one and set it up that way, it's or dude, I practice at my Monday mics. That's another thing. That so literally last time Peppertree, I had and dude, whenever you want to come do stuff, dude, you just gotta hit me up, man, and we'll plan it out. But I had Kathy Zhao came out, and two people happened to drop at that because they couldn't make it. They were together riding, and then so Kathy did 15 because I asked her how much you want to do. She said 15. I was do 15, and I literally was up there for an hour 10, and it was great. And I was like, damn, for the Peppertree being a little dive bar, it was great. People gave me hella tips. I was like, bro, this shit was lit. Like to just sit there for an hour and mess and have fun. Just getting reps, bro. I'm just trying, bro.
Anytime somebody drop out, always send me that like, hey, Corday, somebody dropped out. You trying to do like a 50
at any moment? Okay, because I have that all the time. Dude, I just feel like I'm bugging people.
Because I'm not too, bro.
5 minutes at the mic, or like 15 to 20 at a mic where I can actually like sit in it, like kind of
I got secret shows too in a little dive bar in Richmond.
Whenever,
bro. If you ever want to,
bro, whenever. But at the end, and that's why I tell people, you ain't got to give me shit. I'm still gonna be hitting you up. I don't like that. I hate when you don't owe me shit. No, you both don't owe me a fucking thing, even if you. But I do want to help where I can. But the Mondays, if you guys ever want to do them, just hit me up, bro. We'll set it up. Like you come through 25 to 30. You just gotta let me know.
Are you opening that to listeners? Just make that clear.
Do the listeners want to come? If they want to come
to watch, right?
Yeah. The voice party. Anytime you come to a streetlight event, dude, we'll fucking buy midget strippers for you. All right. That's our closing up here.
Because the dope thing about the Peppertree, so what it is, he it's basically like an open mic, but it's really just like him. It's like us practicing like longer set jokes.
Call those comedy parties.
Yeah, and the more people in the audience you got, the more you can do. Like for me, like one time you did it and like it wasn't a lot of people there, but then I started working on crowd shit. I started incorporating like, okay, I want to ask these questions and kind of get feedback on like I was asking like the thing like you was talking about like things you can't really talk about. I'm like one of my newer jokes or something that I want to do was like women, like how many times have you ever had sex with a dude and it wasn't that good? Right? And then I flip it like, fellas, how many times have you had sex with a chick and it wasn't good? And then dudes start clapping, and then women just be like, what the fuck? Like y'all don't. I'm like, yeah. And then it's like I'm like yo, yeah. Like y'all think y'all the only ones who don't have good sex. Like no, some women are trash at sex too. But they like women will always talk shit about dudes, but we never say anything about women. And then that's what I'm trying to like go into about.
Yeah, but you got to play with it, and actually, that joke becomes something different when you get a free chance to just go.
Once you hear it, do your thing. Like once you hear it stretched out too. Like I've noticed that with myself. When I hear the joke, I'm like, oh man, I see what I can change this into.
Because you got time to work.
The angles, like you can.
Imagine, dude, it's like being on a buzzer beater every time. You got 5 minutes, you're gonna get a chance. And I know that's how it's a beautiful thing. Open mics are great, but it's at a certain point. You got to get to another point. So I'm trying to help that out.
Yeah.
Right?
Man. Well, again, bro.
What are you doing next Monday?
Oh shit.
What are you doing next Monday?
Nothing.
The next 2 Mondays, do Peppertree and then Lily Max. So I have one that's more like a restaurant kind of.
Yeah. Oh, next the 18th, I'm going to a concert.
Oh yeah, do your thing, bro.
But yeah, I'm down.
That first month sounds like you ready. Yeah.
I'm down.
Dude, anytime, bro.
Yeah, Mondays I'm usually never doing nothing. I'm never booked for a show.
I usually get off work early too. So
y'all just got booked right here on this episode.
Fuck, man,
bro. Yeah. And then, dude, other shit. I got a Friday show that I want to put both of you on too. In Newark.
Come to the 30th to my birthday roast.
I got the kids, bro.
Bring them.
Real quick story. Dude. So Arturo, like I used to always see Arturo with like some like black kids and stuff like that. I was like, hey, that's what's up, man. You like a babysitter and shit like that. You take care of like somebody's kids and stuff like that. That's what's up. You always, I was like, Arturo, I knew you was a good dude. Like, so who? It was like that's your like your nephews or like, are you like babysitting these black kids stuff like that? If you like good with kids, he's like, those are my sons, dude. And I was like, wait. And then like in that moment I found out, I was like, wait, you got like half black kids, dude?
I was like, those black kids came out of me, Corday.
That shit was hella funny. And I was like, at the moment, I was like, oh. I said, that makes so much sense why you with him. I was like, well, you're a good father.
You know what's funny, bro? One of the shows we did, you did your joke. I don't know if you want me to tell you the joke.
Dude, tell me.
Well, it's the joke where you said your kids are going to be able to say it.
Oh, yeah.
But you didn't mention, and I remember we talked about this after, you didn't mention that your kids were half black.
Oh, yeah.
And he just said,
I left out a very vital part of that joke.
He just said, my kids are going to be able to say it, but I can't. Like,
but also, I was like, why is the crowd still laughing? I was like, I left out the key point of saying that my kids are black. Yeah. If you're going to do, dude.
I was like, whoa.
I was like, why are they still laughing? After you told me that, I was like, why were they still laughing at that? That shit was like.
Some people were like, ha ha ha.
They're still laughing, dude. I guess his kids are going to say it. Ha ha.
Is the word going to evolve eventually? Like, what's going on?
Dude, man, that's crazy. Yeah, man. It's just funny. That was a funny moment. That happens to me a lot. People are like, damn.
Yeah.
People follow up on me and they're like, hey, you have kids? How the fuck do you do all this? I was like, I asked myself the same thing. I was like, I don't know.
It'll pay off. It'll pay off in the end.
That's what it is. But wait, so you're doing a roast for your birthday?
Yeah.
Bro, I'm hella mad I can't be there.
Yeah. It's on the 30th.
Okay, man, I want to think of a fucking joke now, dude. You know what? I got one. I'll do a honey roast right now, dude.
Send it to me.
We got it. Now I'll do a honey roast. We'll do a nice one because we have the honey roast as a compliment joke. You ready? I'm making this up on the spot.
All right.
JD. All right. Okay. All right. So, yeah, you know why they call him JD? It's for Jumbo Dick. Bow. We got one for you. There we go. Host it. It's a honey roast for you, baby.
I can show you.
Oh shit! But widthwise, a lot of girth, a lot of tread on the tire.
I appreciate that. I want to hear something mean too later on.
Okay, I'll think of some mean ones. All right, I will.
Try to make it,
dude. That's another thing.
It's a big lineup, but everyone's doing like 5. Just
dude. When I do a roast, bro,
I know because that's you do your roast. That's why I was like,
it's one of those things. Like it takes people off because I'm such a nice guy, but it's a joke. You write. I know how to write the fucking joke, dude. I remember I did a joke.
The 30th, 8 p.m. Try to make it.
I want to go
if you can.
What did we have? Me and Ryan Goodcase had a back and forth one time. That was fucking fun. You know who Ryan is? Ryan Goodcase at all?
I don't know him, but we're on social media.
Yeah, glasses and things. Mm-hmm. We did a roast and like it was weird because like we did a roast. No, people didn't think I was gonna do well. I was like, I could write a joke, bro. I was like, I do this shit. But it was funny because Goodcase was doing his, and then so I told him like again the light, my bad. Goodcase was he was hosting, and I was like, okay, I was like Ryan Goodcase looks like he would roofie the teacher for extra credit. And like. And it killed. And then he came back and got me because he was like, he said, some people got resting bitch face. Art has prison bitch face. And I was like, bro, I love it, bro. Like, it was, bro, I was like, it was one of those moments that me and Ryan, like, it was fun for us, man. But I loved it, bro. Like, that was fun. Yeah. It was, but it was an exchange. I like those exchanges.
See, I want you to be there then. I want you to be there.
All right,
I'm getting roasted from everybody. Corday's going to be there. Yeah.
We'll do 2 mean and 1 nice. I'll keep it. Okay.
Hey man, any things you we're gonna put this episode out closer to your date of the show.
That's fine, brother. Hell yeah, man.
Got anything you got in June?
Dude, well, okay, we're always gonna have last Friday in the month at in Newark, and I want to have you on it. You guys are gonna be on the show in this month or next month for sure. But I started doing it's gonna be comedy night. It's basically I do them in different places. So Newark comedy night, I'm gonna have a Castro Valley comedy night. There's Oakland comedy night coming. I'm starting to open these ones to do that, and then basically, so I have the last Friday. That one's a good show. It's fun. Like people come out. It's a nice spot. And then trying to think of anything else there. No, I'm gonna be in Boston. You got any people in Boston?
I may.
Doing an hour at Broadway 1 in Boston. If any voice party on Friday the 15th, I'll be at Boston next week. On Tuesday, I'm flying out, so I'll be out there and then doing some other stuff. But yeah, brother. And other than that, man, I don't know. That might even be like past by the time you release this stuff. Hey, get a time machine and go back.
I can send you the clip so we can post about that. But aside from that, where can people follow you on social media and all?
Dude, Arturo Raygoza Jr. literally on everything. Or you can look up Streetlight Entertainment. That's my production company where we do all our stuff from. We got to do more sketches, which I'm going to talk to you about too. And then Ultimate Roasting Championship on YouTube. Watch that. We're bringing that back. I'm keeping it quiet because I'm going to make a fun video about the comeback of it. It's going to be fun.
I have a new room coming, and I want you to do a roast.
It's done.
In that.
That's how that happens. People literally go like, "Hey, bro, would you want to bring it out here?" I'm like, "It's done. That's another city.
Oakland. It's in Oakland too.
Dude, done.
Okay.
Dude, Oakland's a perfect place for it. Yeah. Because everybody who wants to see roasting will come out.
All right.
Yeah. I'm down.
Arturo Raygoza Jr. Everywhere.
Brother, everywhere, dude.
Man. Well, bro, I appreciate you coming out, taking an hour out of your day, to come out and do this. And we'll be working with each other soon again. It's gonna be a busy summer, bro.
Yeah,
it has to be.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
But we also have that thing you want to film too. I didn't forget.
Oh yeah.
Detective. Yeah.
We'll
talk about that later.
All right, you guys got anything? Any closing words?
It's been a wild ride. That's all I can say.
What about you, Corday?
How many Pokemon do you currently own right now?
I don't have enough, brother. I don't have enough.
Have you gone beyond 150 yet?
Yeah.
That's a good question.
151. I got Mew. We'll go with Mew.
What do you have more, Pokemons or DUI?
I got a bunch of Jinxes because she got nice skin color and big lips. I got 7 of them. And I gotta Hitmonlee because it got long legs. I don't know what the fuck it is. Oh, man.
All right, guys, that's been the Voice Party. Thank you for coming out, bro. We're out.
Thank y'all.
Man, I started sweating, bro.
Man, that was good.
Fucking sweating
Didn't
hard.
even realize an hour.